this third full week in August started here on Frontier Open Bell. I'm Boason Omofaye. Thank you everyone for coming through. Just a quick check-in through your markets on Friday the 19th. And of course, Sunday was the start of the business week for the Egyptian market. And you can see that a very strong 2.43% when the market started of the new week in Cairo on Sunday yesterday. The GSE, that was the South African stock market, went negative Friday on the back of those softness that we saw around developed and emerging markets. Europe and the US on Friday, that was 8.2% on the GSE, fell below the 70,000 psychological index. The Nairobi Bourse fell 0.16% since the middle of last week. Those contests or contestation of the result of the presidential election by the Prime Minister Raila Odinga. The stock market had been softening. Everyone seemed a little bit worried about how this particular August 9th presidential election in Kenya will be finally decided, even though the electoral body decided that William Ruto, the sitting deputy president, was the winner of that particular election. The Nigerian stock market down Friday 0.35%. On a week-on-week basis, that was 2.2% decline. The BRVM finished 11 basis points better on the composite, 206.92 Friday, while the NSE was down at 146.32. Just a bit of a summary of your market to get a sense of where we finished on Friday and what the outlook is for this week. So get the news now more into a broader macro and micro, some corporate news coming through. Air Tanzania says it's done drilling down into East and Southern Africa activities and operations. Now it's extending to West Africa with Nigeria and Ghana. That will be coming through in 2023. We look forward to that in the spirit of the new intra-Africa trade. A Standard Chartered of Kenya reporting first half profits are 10% higher in the first 6 months of this year, while the I&M Group says the subsidiary in Rwanda was responsible for the growth in its first half 2022 numbers. And the DRC has been able to raise 150 billion CFA franc in issuance of indexed treasury bonds, which was announced about a week ago. It's a 2-year bond with having a yield of about 10%. And Kenya's investors are a little bit hesitant to lend to the government. They're looking for higher interest rates because inflation is on the upside. Okay, let's start checking with West Africa. In Nigeria, where the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami and Zainab Ahmed, are at loggerheads over the move by the Minister of Finance to introduce a new form of tax for Nigerians using their mobile phones, making phone calls, and using data. That is being pushed back by the Minister in terms of Digital Communications and said, no, that should not come in. How this will be decided is anyone's guess. Nigerians already have VAT of 7.5% on telecommunications consumption. So the new tax on voice, calls, and data will put additional burden on Nigerians and businesses. So that's what Issa Pantami is talking about. But the Minister of Finance wants additional revenue for the Nigerian government, whose fiscal balance is sitting precariously, with news coming through this morning that Nigeria is likely warming up to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, for a bailout because the country's fiscal deficit is going through the roof. No thanks in the main to debt and subsidy on petrol products, imported one. So last week was a bit very naughty for Nigeria from the issue around oil theft, the big vessel that was seized off the coast of Equatorial Guinea. Then you have inflation data at 19.64% on Monday. That hit the stock market. The stock market was very sluggish throughout the rest of the week. E-Naira was launched last week by the central bank on Thursday, and everyone's looking at what the new USSD code that the central bank governor says will come in effect this week will help Nigeria in terms of financial inclusion and make the e-Naira wallet become very operational. Additional 8 million Nigerians are expected to be captured under the new e-Naira phase that will be unveiled later this week. We'll watch out for that. The Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority presented its fiscal statements for full year 2021 to the National Economic Council last week and presented the robust results for the full year ended December the 31st, 2021 by Uche Oji, who's the CEO, and says that was a very good year because the NSI was able to rebalance its investment in various assets, both within and outside the country. And Wartsilla says it's adding 18 megawatts to the Senegal's Sabodala's Massawa mine, where extractive activities currently taking place. The World Bank is giving about $4.5 million to the Ghana's internal audit agency to support its work in ensuring there's more fiscal transparency and accountability within government finances in this very big West Africa's economy. So let's check in with Southern Africa as we get the new week started. Zimbabwe Stock Exchange stock market index plunged about 50% in 4 months to the end of June because the state grip is tightening. In the meantime, South Africa's finance SARB governor, that's the governor of the central bank in Nyago, says the Ramaphosa's administration needs to do a whole lot more in capital investments. He said there's a need for a big jump, a big leap in investment to help South Africa remain on economic growth trajectory. South Africa is Africa's second largest economy, one of the most industrialized economies on the continent. And Spur Corporation in South Africa says its headline earnings per share jumped about 31% in its full year to the end of June. And of course, Standard Bank is reporting first half 2021. Standard Bank is Africa's largest bank, by the way. Earnings up 33%. Headline earnings per share up 30%. And shareholders will be getting around 515 cents as interim dividend from Standard Bank in South Africa. Congratulations, folks. Let's get on to the North Africa. The Elcora and Gold Lion says they started mining manganese in Morocco. That's part of the industrial expansion of Morocco. While the UNDP, that's the United Nations Development Program, says it's allocating about $1 billion to African startups, and that will include the startup village ecosystem in Casablanca in Morocco. Morocco is also the host to about roughly 19.3%, roughly 20%, as it were, of all blue and green hydrogen projects across the Middle East and North Africa. And that is a big one for Morocco, which is also upscaling its green energy and climate-friendly energy system sustainability in terms of energy. We're hosting on the continent for the first time the COP27 in Egypt in November. So everyone keep an eye on that. In Tunisia's Tawasol Group Holdings reporting a turnover of about 3.15% decline in the half year January to June. Oh, by the way, the COP27 in Egypt will be in October. Keep that in mind. There's a whole lot of energy conference taking place in October. That is the month to watch out for. You need to have a lot to watch out for this week as we start the new business and markets week. I am Boason Omofaye here at Frontier Africa Report. I'll see you next time. You can go online and watch the show again at Frontier Africa Reports. That's on YouTube. Subscription is free. You can go online on our website and read all of our stories and watch the rest of our shows as well. You find us on all the social media platforms on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as Twitter. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.